Because we're all in so many different places and we're not familiar with one another, I wanted to start with who's in the room. Okay, so Miami Palmetto Senior High School staff, we're waiting for Mrs. Dobbs, the principal. I know she's running around, and at one point maybe she can join us. Just kind of wave once I call your name. Mr. Harry Nienberg, who is the CAP counselor, right there. Ms. Lisa Mallard, department chair, student services. Mrs. Linda Dwyer, okay, there she is, counselor. The Dr. Eyatta Yvette Fischer Scholarship Awards recipients, Ms. Sadari Davis, wave, and Miss Robin Davis, her mom. I think she's back there. There she is. And I don't see her dad, Mr. Nehemiah Davis. And second place, Miss Ariana Hernandez. Are you there? Okay, Miss Gazelle Villalobos. Her mom and Mr. Carlos Hernandez. Okay. On program is my cousin, wave, Mrs. Donna Bell, graduate of Miami Palmetto. Should I say the year? That's okay, Donna, I know. Works in
1981.
resources and lives
You're
in
a baby.
Charlotte, North Carolina. My friend, Mrs. Marion Link, who's trying to get on, retired principal, Miami-Dade Public Schools, currently in Durham, North Carolina. My sister friend, Dr. Betty Holston, retired counselor, Miami-Dade Public Schools, currently lives in Auburndale, Florida. Watching and supporting, if they're there, my cousin, Mrs. Deirdre Johnson, former broker, owner at Blackberry Realtor, lives in Fort Mill, South Carolina. My friend, Mrs. Carol Brown, retired assistant principal, Miami-Dade Public School, lives in Miami. And Mr. Can you scoot in here, Mr. General White, also known as Haas, Eyatta's stepdad, retired teacher of 42 years from, I see you, Marion, from Miami-Dade Public Schools. And yours truly, Elvoyd Fischer, Dr. Eyatta Yvette Fischer's mom. So that's those are the people in the house. And I see, Marion, you've joined us, and welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so good morning again. We have assembled here this morning to congratulate Ms. Sandari Davis and Ms. Ariana Hernandez as first and second place recipients, respectively, of the Dr. Eyatta Yvette Fischer First Generation Scholarship Award. I established this scholarship with a 10-year commitment and a perpetual plaque, which began in 2016 to award a deserving high school senior who was the first in their immediate family to attend college. Interested students filled out an application distributed by Mr. Nienberg, Miami Palmetto Senior High College counselor, listing their GPA, special interests, extracurricular activities, community activities, etc. The application criteria required that the student had an acceptance letter from a college or university. Each applicant also submitted an essay. I read each essay and decided this year to make an exception and award a first and second place recipient, keeping in mind the hardship and difficulties experienced by families of graduating high school seniors living in this COVID era. Before we proceed, please allow me for a few minutes to tell you a little bit about my daughter, Eyatta Fischer. I would like you to have some idea as to the person she was and whose picture and plaque will hang at Palmetto Senior, where she walked the Panther halls as a student with hopes and dreams of a bright future. I still recall the cupcakes and cookie sales, running between rehearsals with the upright bass hanging out the back window of my car for Mr. Longfield's orchestra events, as well as the countless hours Eyatta spent rehearsing in her role as Ruth Younger in the play Raisin in the Sun, and tackling the thespian black box project with Mr. Brooks, the drama teacher back in the day. This occasion is a little emotional for me as today would have been Eyatta's 46th birthday. However, my purpose to keep her legacy alive by paying it forward to help students further their education and knowing Eyatta's compassionate heart, celebrating two young ladies who, like her, has love and talent in the performing arts. Eyatta spent endless lessons beginning at age 7 in tap, jazz, ballet, modern dance, and piano, which afforded her a scholarship offering at the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida State in Tallahassee, and a piano scholarship at the University of Miami. And now with two students into the performing arts, one, Sundari, whose mother knew Eyatta as I taught her in middle school and later attended her wedding, and also Ariana, another special connection, as she will be attending University of Florida in Gainesville, the same university Eyatta attended. Eyatta had a base scholarship. This special day would definitely meet her approval. Dr. Fischer attended Bel Air Elementary School, R.R. Moten, and Southwood Talented Arts School for Music. Dr. Fischer was accepted at New World School of the Arts, but chose to attend Palmetto and was in the gifted program. Dr. Fischer, who played string bass, was a member of the orchestra, where she alternated as first bass. First chair. Dr. Fischer was vice president of the Palmetto Thespian Club, graduating in 1993. She began her academic and career path during the summer session at the University of Florida in Gainesville, where she received a Bachelor of Arts degree after changing her major from music to English. Dr. Fischer taught high school language arts for 12 years in the Atlanta, Georgia school system, where she was involved in extracurricular activities such as yearbook and cheerleader sponsor, speech and debate, and drama coach during that span of time. She was dedicated to helping students set high goals and taking the steps to attain them. To quote Dr. Fischer, while teaching high school, she stated, "Teaching is a passion of mine. I tell my students that the attainment of knowledge is a lucrative investment into one's future. As they learn from me, I too learn from them." Dr. Fischer received a Master of Arts degree in Teaching and Learning from Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. Dr. Fischer moved to Columbus, Ohio after being accepted to the Ohio State University's Department of Teaching and Learning in 2011 to pursue a doctorate degree. Her passion was to develop more strategies for prospective teacher candidates to approach education to include more diversity. She felt strongly about motivating and inspiring new teachers to think outside of the box, to learn various learning styles that were relevant and had a lot of carryover values. While working on her doctorate, we spent many days and nights on the phone discussing various strategies to present to her teacher focus group. As a retired principal, I was able to share many ideas with her. On July 19, 2015, Dr. Fischer became a victim of an aggressive bacteria, which sent her body into toxic shock and became fatal in 3 days. I was devastated. It was sudden and without warning. I was totally unprepared. But I will tell you that I am and would always be strengthened by my faith in God. As a mother of a young woman who was my shero, I am committed and determined to keep my daughter's legacy alive. It was the lives she touched, it was the emails, phone calls, and Facebook messages from friends, former students, and colleagues, which let me know that she made a difference. It was heartwarming to hear so many talk about her. She was well spoken, strong and determined, witty, fair, and firm, and spent her personal time reading, meditating, and she was a Reiki master, also keeping in touch with family and friends. And as a ghost writer, she was preparing to write her own book. Her favorite pastime was salsa dancing, where she was a member of the salsa club in Atlanta and ultimately found her way in the salsa community after she moved to Columbus, Ohio. Thanks for your indulgence. I am forever proud of her, and she was and will always be my shiro. And I can hear Eyatta saying now, happy birthday, baby. I can hear Eyatta saying now, Mommy, that's enough, because I can go on and on and on about my daughter. So at this time, we would like to have the honorees be accepted into the graduation and litany part of this presentation. Okay.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am General White, Eyatta's stepfather. Sundari, Ariana, this is the day family and friends of Dr. Fischer congratulate you. Today we give thanks and rejoice for the persistence and discipline that has led you to this moment. We give thanks for understanding the forces that shape your past, gained through history, literature, and the classical arts. While you cite to understand the present and the future.
We are thankful for your young mind and energy, which are gifts from God, and for the studies that led you to elevating and broadening your scope, directing and calming your mind, which brings us to celebrate this day.
Dr. Holston? Okay, Marion Lake, can we hear you?
Yeah, I've been muted. Oh, there I am. We give thanks for your teachers and classmates, your counselors and administrators, your families and all encouragers that stimulate your mind and stretch your vision and supported your goals. For they helped you and your classmates find ways to overcome physical, emotional, economic, and societal challenges.
Dr. Holston? Unmute yourself, Dr. Holston.
Okay, Elmore, read that part for me, please. I seem to have missed it in what I printed out.
You're there now, Betty.
I read
Yeah,
it
I
for
am.
I'll go ahead.
Yes,
We
Give
give
thanks for knowledge. Oh,
We give thanks for knowledge you gain through observation, research, experiments, through trial and error until the discovery is enlightened to you to understand yourselves and the environment in which we live as you prepare for your career path. We are asking a blessing for all of you have learned throughout your first 12 years, and that the learning to be the seed which will bear fruit in future endeavors.
At this time, I would like all of us to hear from a person who needs no introduction, especially to Sundari and Ariana, Mr. Harry Nirenberg, college counselor at Miami Palmetto Senior High School. Palmetto Senior is lucky to have Mr. Nirenberg on the staff, He is dedicated and committed. He is a professional who wears a lot of hats. He does a lot of multitasking, and I know he's been doing it throughout these last years he's been at Palmetto. This has been a very, very unprecedented year with Zoom meetings and presentations, preparing for graduation, and helping students prepare for post-secondary goals, and with his upcoming retirement in June. Wow, what energy, what dedication. Let's give him a round of applause. I think the word counselor spelled out is just right and spot on for him. Let's give him a round of applause, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, and to think about a counselor, we're going to say that he is caring,
Open-minded,
understanding,
non-judgmental,
sympathetic,
encouraging,
listener,
offer suggestions.
ready to help. This is the 4th year Mr. Nirenberg has worked with me in getting applicants for my daughter's scholarship. He has definitely checked all of the boxes for me. I can't thank him enough. I know he must mean a lot to the staff at Miami Palmetto. Before Mr. Nirenberg speaks, I found the following items as suggestions for a retirement survival kit. First of all, and you're going to have to read it upside down, there is this hat, and it says Official Retirement Survival Kit. And it has all kinds of neat stuff in there. Do not disturb, caution, work, going fishing, and the whole 9 yards on here. Okay, and so in this survival kit, we have a keychain for being a key to preparing students for the future.
And we also have marbles to replace the ones you have lost over the years, Mr. Nirenberg.
We have a pillow because you've earned your rest.
We have some clay for helping to mold the students over the years.
We have confetti to celebrate the joys of retirement.
And we have some seeds for your dreams to continue to grow.
We have chalk to chalk it up for a job well done.
And we have some mint for a fresh look at retirement.
We have bath salt to take you away to a peaceful relaxation.
And we have a bar of Twix because it's time for you to take a break.
And last but not least, we have a penny for your retirement fund.
So,
congratulations,
Mr. Nirenberg.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's hear from you.
God, all right. Now you got me. I was already. Now I got to get it. This is not about me, obviously. This is about these two wonderful ladies and your daughter, especially. And the very first thing I want to do is, Linda, I want you to take out your calendar, and please, her birthday next year is on a Saturday, but let's mark May 6th down on the calendar so we can hopefully do this again next year. And I would love to be invited to join in.
Thank you.
This scholarship.
Wiping the tears from my eyes and writing it down the calendar at the same time.
This scholarship, when you came to me a few years ago, 4 years ago, and said, could we please bring this to Palmetto? I was so excited that we were able to do something like this. And girls, the students that you are following are also successful at whatever they do, whatever they've been doing. I've kept in contact with a few. The one from last year, Jasmine, I hear from all the time. You have big shoes to follow, from Dr. Fischer all the way down to all the children who've won this award. When you look at Palmetto alumni, and you look at the famous people that we have graduated at Palmetto, the good people that we have graduated from Palmetto, not necessarily heroes in or famous people in the world, but they're people who are productive citizens, whether they're teachers or doctors or lawyers or nurses or healthcare workers, wherever they are. We just produce the best, and you two are what are those best. You are right there with us. And this year, the class of 2021, most of us in this room do not remember our senior year in high school. You are going to remember your senior year in high school, because this year, not many people spend their senior year in bed and healthy. So you'll always remember it. And, you know, I think you'll always remember this award too. I've gotten to know both of you this year. I'm so happy both of you are going to such great programs and schools. And I know you're, but I love that you're both drama. I think that's amazing, you know, and I'm just so excited for both of you and to hear. I hope you both stay in contact with Miss Fisher, Dr. Fisher and Miss Fisher, and absolutely stay. She wants to stay in contact with you. In fact, she's probably going to entice you. Thank you again to the Fisher family. I'm so proud. I'm so happy to be able to do this for you. And I know it's not the happiest day for you, but it is the day you celebrated, what you said, 40 years ago, 42 years ago. It's always a special day. And actually today I hold my heart now forever. Thank you.
So much. That's
And
great.
thank you for all the little gifts too. And we're going to get that plaque back up on the wall.
If we had time, we could belt out, "I'm so wild about Harry." The old folks of us, we would remember that song.
And you are going to bring the plaque back to school after we're done this.
Yes, I am. I will coordinate that with you.
Okay.
It's my pleasure to congratulate Ms. Sundari Davis, the first place recipient of the Dr. Eyatta Yvette Fischer First Generation Scholarship of $1,000. Sundari was accepted to the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley. Sundari's good upbringing is clearly evident. Since the time as far back as elementary school, her parents sought various avenues to discover her talents and interests. Summer camp exposed Sundari to singing, acting, and dancing, and she found her heart solely in musical theater. Although, as she mentioned in her essay, there have been some discouraging experiences and negative behavior from those who dampened her spirit. However, she forged ahead, being well aware of what she may face as a young woman of color going into a competitive industry, as she explained. Sundari has been involved with taking lessons at Miami Productions, a Miami Fine Arts Conservatory. The lessons include acting, singing, contemporary jazz, and tap dance. Sundari has also been a part of a commercial and participates in an annual voice collective which holds performances where all proceeds go to charity. Other activities include helping her parents distribute food and toys to neighborhood families. Sundari awards include Florida District Thespians, Critics' Choice in Large Group Musicals, Superior in Solo Musical, and Superior in Large Group Musical. As you may guess, what are Sundari's special interests? Singing, acting, tap dancing, and stage combat, of course. It also gives me great pleasure to award a second scholarship of $500 to Ms. Ariana Hernandez. This is the first time I've awarded a second place. I felt during this COVID era, when so many families are having challenges as high school seniors are graduating and preparing to continue their education and career path, I felt awarding a second scholarship would be a little extra for an additional high school senior this year. Ariana's essay spoke to me as she recounted her last high school days and years with hard work, even with losing sleep sometimes, to ensure completing high school with good grades, grades that would give her a chance to apply for scholarships. Ariana's compassion for her parents and stating how they sacrificed for her was a driving factor to do her very best in school. The delight at getting the acceptance letter from the University of Florida reminded me of my daughter's delight. As soon, Ariana too will be leaving her school mascot of a panther for a gator. Ariana's special interests include theater, being with her family and friends. Extracurricular activities include working at Sky Zone, court monitor, cashier, and party host. Ariana volunteers at church and is a member of the Thespian Honor Society, Phi Kappa, HOSA, and the Spanish National Honor Society, where she holds the office of historian. Ariana has placed first HOSA, medical public health, and had excellent in thespian monologue. At this time, I would like both young ladies to have an opportunity to speak with us. Let's begin with you, Sundari.
Well, good morning.
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 I'm Sundari Davis, and I would just like to say how grateful I am for this experience. And even though this year is not how we would expect it to go, there have been a lot of blessings, a lot of blessings. And I just like to say that I'm just so grateful.
Very good. Mom, you have anything to say back there? I see you.
Miss Fisher, you know I have something to say. But no, I just want to say that I'm so happy for Sundari. She's worked so hard, not just this year, but all of her academic life. And I'm so happy for her. And we are, my husband and I, he's really quiet, but we are so honored that that she was selected to be a part of Dr. Eyatta Fischer's heritage and legacy in this way. And I also wanted to just take 1 second and say, I think this is outstanding. And Ms. Fischer, I think you are outstanding. The role that you have played in my life and the life of my family uh, through me is just, I just cannot say and express the impact that you particularly have had on my life. So I wanted to share that and tell you that and tell you thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Okay, let's hear from Ariana.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Well, as like you already know that I'm going to be attending the University of Florida and I'm going to be majoring in sociology. This year, it has been really hard, as we all know, especially because like both of my parents, they don't know English and they don't know anything about the college process. So I thought I could manage school online, and then I also had to move this year. And on top of all of that, like a pandemic and applying to colleges. But truthfully, I was like really scared to reach out for help. And I don't know why, but I just was. And I'm super grateful that in the end I did. And I had Mr. Nierenberg's guidance that helped me apply to scholarships like this one. And thank you so much, Ms. Fisher. And he helped me make my college decision in the end. Overall, I'm really glad how this year turned out. And just thank you again.
Great.
Okay. Well, let me just show you what's going to happen here. Can you pass that that large one over there? Now, the plaque that Mr. Nierenberg was referring to is this.
Wow.
And the first place winner's name will be put on the plaque. And it reads, as educators, it is our responsibility to provide a platform for students to actualize themselves as beings who are connected, whole, capable, and worthy of respect. In loving memory of my daughter, Eyatta, a dedicated educator whose passion for teaching and learning gave unselfishly her time and service to her students. And at the bottom it says, teachers affect eternity. One can never tell where their influence ends. So that is what's going in the, wherever you guys are going to put it. I'll bring it over and and it will go someplace. And both young ladies will receive a certificate. Okay, the certificate here, Dr. Eyatta Yvette Fischer, First Generation Awards, Sandara Davis, $1,000, and it has the date and my signature on it. And this is for Ariana. It says the same thing, and it has $500, the date and signature on that. It's hard to read, I know. And girls, I will be contacting you later through email and text so that we can kind of arrange what happens with that. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Sundari, Ariana, former President Barack Hussein Obama stated, keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep asking why. Don't settle for what you already know. Never stop believing in the power of your ideas or your imagination, your hard work to change the world. No matter where you are, what your parents did, or what your skills are, you can achieve anything with hard work. It is you, the young, the fearless at heart, the most diverse, educated generation in our history, who the nation is waiting to follow. Sundari, Ariana, congratulations. May you always keep learning, growing, and realizing the best in yourselves. Congratulations.
Next.
Oprah Winfrey, an American media executive, actress, talk show host, television producer, and philanthropist, stated, "It doesn't matter how far you rise. At some point, you're bound to stumble. If you're constantly pushing yourself higher, the law of averages, not to mention the myth of Icarus, which describes the power of a man who has no limits, but also that we should be careful on how we use that power, predicts that you will at some point fall. And when you do, I want you to know this. Remember this. There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe." Sundari, Ariana, congratulations. The star that you long for is already in your hands. But look, a brighter and shining star that is in you.
Jennifer Lopez, also known as J-Lo, is an American actress, singer, and dancer. She stated, "You get what you give." I had found that taking risks, being true to myself, and making decisions with good intentions can exceed even your own expectations. Ultimately, you can never change someone else's behavior. You can only change your own. You have to remember the value of your own individuality. You've got to value yourself and know that you're worth everything. Integrity is your own gauge of what is right for you. Sandara and Ariana, congratulations. Remember that you are stronger than you seem and a lot smarter than you think.
Marion?
You didn't send me anything else. Sorry.
Okay.
A classically trained American actress has sung both on stage in Broadway musicals and on screen as Anna from Frozen states. If you choose it consistently, it starts to become second nature. I strive to promote happiness and alleviate suffering however I can. How we relate to one another is important. The boy doesn't matter in Frozen. It's about the girl who's struggling because she doesn't want to be who she actually is, a queen. People wanted to see Elsa accept who she is. That's what every little person who lives inside of us wants. Sandara and Ariana, congratulations on scripting the first chapter of your success story. The adventure begins.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and now, thank you so much. And now we would like to have, if they choose to, remarks from the Palmetto staff. You're on.
Well, you don't know me yet, but I cry all the time. I'm just a big mushy mush. So I've been like tearing up this whole time. So I'll just try to get through it. Girls, you're incredible. I'm so proud of you. And Miss Fisher, what a star you are. I'm in honor of your starting. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story and your gifts and your resources with these beautiful, deserving children. It's been an honor. I'll stop. I'm a crier.
Okay. I think we have one other staff member.
I think she's with us multitasking. Let me go tell her that she's on.
When she comes back, okay, we'll just hold on for a second.
It's very hard when they're in, one of the best things about
Okay.
Hi, sorry. Yes, I am multitasking, but I was listening at the same time. Congratulations to everybody. And again, I know when Mr. Nurnberg would speak about your scholarship and bringing in, and it's always just a pleasure to have past graduates come back and work with us. And it's a sentimental thing as well. Palmetto is a family. And to have you guys a part of us. And as Mr. Nurnberg said, next year, and Ms. Dwyer has the date already, we look forward to supporting this. And it's so nice that it is although it is a little strange being on Zoom, it's definitely very intimate as well at the same time. When you speak about your daughter and just listening, it's gravitating. It's as if we're watching her too. So we really do enjoy, and again, I'm not going to get sentimental because I could do it too, just like Linda. But we really do appreciate it. And we have some wonderful rock stars as recipients, and we're just proud of all of our students. But today we're proud of you guys, and thank you so much. Mr. Nurnberg, thank you for everything you have done while you have been here. He's not only been a mentor, but a very, very incredible friend, not only to myself, but to my family, my mother, and everything as well. And we continue everybody's legacy that is on here. Girls, you're going to make us proud. Recipients, we're going to, all of you are going to make us extremely proud. And we can't wait till you guys come back as counselors. That's the thing that we love the most, is for you guys to come back and say, this is what I'm doing. This is how I've applied everything that, we are working. When we leave school at 2:20, the day just doesn't end for us at 2:20. We continue to think about these things. And it's not just the education and all the information we have given you, but you're carrying on a legacy as well. So we look forward for you coming back and sharing everything with us. And we just continue to enjoy the collaboration with everybody on here, and we look forward to next year's and more to come. And everybody stay safe, and I love you all, and once a Panther, always a Panther. Thank you for including me.
You still want that gator to take a bite, huh? And over in Berkeley as well. Okay.
Well, thank you again very much, guys.
Okay, so we have the closing remarks. So we're going to start here.
Okay. Tyler Perry, a world-renowned producer, director, author, play, and screenwriter, stated, "Every morning is a chance to forget the pains of yesterday and to see and be the change of a new day. We all have the power to be a point of light."
Developing a good work ethic is key. Apply yourself at whatever you do, because that work ethic will reflect in everything you do in life. Your beginning never dictates your destination.
It's not what people call you, it's what you answer to. Don't wait for someone to green light your project. Build your own intersection. Each day you can dance and laugh again. You can make up the wrong things done. And most of all, it's God's reminder that he is sending another blessing called
Life.
Life.
Life. Okay, Denzel Hayes Washington, an American actor, director, and producer, stated, "At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or what you have accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about who you've lifted up, who you made better. It's about what you've given back. Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately lead to disappointments. Goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. The only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams are the stories you keep telling yourself that you can't. And so, it is with loving memory of my daughter Eyatta, a dedicated educator whose passion for learning and teaching gave unselfishly her time and service to students. I just want to mention, oftentimes high school awards bearing a person's name or young person, most of the time young people have no clue as to whose shoulders helped them along the way. And I would like Sundari and Ariana to remember that whatever little tokens and whatever little mementos people give you along the way, try to help other people and pay it forward someday. Sundari and Ariana, behind you,
All your memories,
before you,
all your dreams,
around you,
all who love you,
and within you, all you need. And so with that, we close this presentation. And again, I thank all of you who joined us today. And I'd like everyone to have a great, great day. Mr. Neilberg, you're tops.
Thank you. And thank you for once again for doing this. Thank you everybody for coming. And girls, once again, so proud. I'm sure we're going to see each other again and at a real graduation.
Oh, perfect.
We're going to put your parents in a pod and you're going to graduate.
Nice, that's nice.
This was beautiful. Congratulations and thank you.
We'll
Congratulations.
end the meeting now. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I love that song.
I know.